others take the red pill. You stay in Wonderland, and I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes.
They say actions speak louder than words, and it can be a powerful indication of someone's attraction. But how do you know when that girl that you like is speaking from interest or rather just being polite? Today, we're breaking down those physical signs and showing you whether she's into you or not. Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe, click on that bell button for notification of the uploads, and welcome to Dark Arts Podcast, where we go down the rabbit hole just for you and expose the game. All right, let's talk about it, because you see, the first one we need to talk about is if she laughs at your jokes. Now, some of you are really not funny. You know you're not. Thank you. Some of you are really not funny, and you know that, all right? But the fact is that girl that seems to like you just seems to laugh at every single joke. In fact, there's this one bad joke that you have that you think that you're the funniest person in the room, and you know it doesn't bang. You know it doesn't go anywhere, but that girl seems to go like a damn seal. Then you know that she's feeding you and liking who you actually are, okay? Point number 2 is she remembers the small details all about you. Let me get that bell button again. Fantastic. She remembers these small details about you, okay? And if you're having a conversation, she'll say something that you mentioned in passing maybe a few weeks ago. Maybe she'll talk about your dad, or maybe she'll talk about when you went to that last restaurant, or maybe she'll say something about the sports that you're playing and asks you, how is it going? She's going to ask these questions because she values listening to you and values conversations with you. And actually, she's probably information and gathering as well. Yeah, she's gathering information. Yeah, so she can vet you and probably test you as well. And maybe you'll be cancelled. Who knows? No, just kidding. But she really is information vetting as well. So she's gathering that information to really make sure that she actually likes you as an individual and a being. Okay. Point number 3 is she's going to ask these really personal questions, right? Now, you may think she's being inner, but she really is trying to understand who the heck you actually are. So thank you. She's going to ask you whether some questions about your personal life, about your family, about your deep interests, things that are nearest and dearest to you. Now, don't think she's trying to be an investigator, which she probably is. But she's curious about who you actually are and how you got to being. She wants to know about your past and your dreams and what makes you tick. And she's investing herself emotionally, trying to get to know you better to see if you are right fit for her. It's her way of showing you a deeper interest and profound liking for you. All right. So don't be afraid of it. Lean into it. Point number 4 we need to talk about is she teases you playfully. Now, some of you can't take a teasing for nothing, cuz. Let me hit that bell button. Thank you. Some of you are not great when it comes to teasing. You want to ruin the whole world. And I'm very much aware that there's some women that like to test you to see if you can take a teasing. All right. Because some women are really going to test you to see if you get too angry. But the key point is here. When she likes you, she is going to push a little bit of those boundaries. She wants to make sure she's going to be safe, and she wants to make sure she's going to be protected, and to make sure that you're not going to be a stone cold killer. Okay. All right. But she's going to lightheartedly tease you, and it's a form of flirting. Okay. She's going to playfully mock you because she's going to say something like, oh, you've got a big head. Right. Now, if you've got an insecurity there, you might want to tell her, because you might blow the gasket and you might blow this relationship. Okay. But she's going to tease you about that. Maybe she's going to tease you about your interests and what food that you like, and say, you know what, that food doesn't taste nice, or you don't know how to pick a restaurant or something, right? Now, of course, if it's consistent nitpicking, that's completely different. Playful, flirting, banterous, it's about these kind of things where you have these little choices where someone says, I don't know if I really like that or not. All right. It's her way of building a fun, flirtatious, robust kind of energy. And actually, I've heard many times women say that they can't tease their partner and their partner blows a gasket. Don't be that guy. Okay, don't be the guy that blows a gasket. Be the guy that's going to accept a little bit of teasing and give it a little bit back. Now, don't cuss her mum out, because that's not going to work, okay? You want to be safe in this place, okay? Number 5 is she's going to compliment you often. You know this. Hit my bell button. Thank you very much. She's going to compliment you often, and she's going to make sure that you know that she likes you. You see, compliments go beyond the usual politeness. It's like pointing out your style or your intelligence or your choices of interest, maybe your hobbies. Maybe she'll say something like, you're really smart, or she'll say, you know what, you're really clever. You're really not, you're a kind person. You always smell good. Now, you should always smell good. Breath You should always smell good. You know what I'm saying to you? You should always smell fresh. You know what I'm saying to you? Make sure you get yourself a nice cologne. But she's going to compliment you on those things because those are the things that she actually likes. And so she's going to spend her energy and her time letting you know those particular things. That's a strong indicator that she admires you and she wants to make you feel good. Now, bringing that all to a close, I want to let you know that, listen, these are not complete lists of things that are going to show that she actually likes you, but it's a very strong indicator. In fact, I would almost guarantee that she likes you if she does all 5. I want you to pay attention to what she says, to what she does, and how she does it. If she's laughing, remembering details, making effort to talk to you, then she's probably into you. Know and keep those cues that she is doing because she's trying to let you know passively, aggressively, but in a good way that she really, really likes you. I want to let you know, guys, listen, before we end out here, make sure you guys like, share, subscribe, click on that bell button for notification of the uploads, and know that we're always going to go down that rabbit hole to expose the game for you so that you don't have to be out there looking like a fool. Okay. And if this doesn't help, you can always reach out to us as well to get yourself involved with some coaching with myself as well. Links in the description box down below. All right.